Good afternoon and welcome to another market report from Net Lease Commercial Advisory. I'm Eric Odum. I'm the principal and broker for Net Lease Commercial Advisory in Tampa, Florida. And today we have with us Brenda Dohring-Hicks from the Dohring Group. Welcome, Brenda.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you very much for joining us. Big news recently.
Big news.
Big news. We have big news that the ENCORE project was approved, and the commercial real estate people got very excited, and the city got very excited, but a lot of the city of Tampa didn't know what it was. So why don't you just start from the beginning and sort of tell us what the ENCORE project is?
Okay. ENCORE is a brand new mixed-use project. Probably heard about it in the news for the past couple of years as it was being formulated. We're going to end up with somewhere in the neighborhood of about 900 residential units in the project. But it's a mixed-use project. So it has commercial uses. There's a site for a hotel. There's a site for an office building. A couple of commercial sites, one that we have earmarked for a grocer.
The entire project is on the east side of downtown Tampa, correct?
That's a good way to describe it. It's on the northeast side.
Northeast side.
Yeah, if people have been looking at maps lately to see where rail is coming in, that's where it is, on the northeast side.
Now, your involvement in the project is what?
We are the broker.
Okay.
Responsible with our broker partner, Bill Eschenbaugh.
So Bill Eschenbaugh, the dirt dog, is
Dirt dog.
Okay.
So the Dohring Group.
Okay.
And you know, as a brokerage firm, we specialize just in urban locations. So
Gotcha.
this is what we do.
Gotcha.
We reached out to Bill Eschenbaugh because he's so good at land. And let's face it, when you're an urban broker, not many opportunities you get to do 40 acres of land
Correct.
in an
Right.
urban location.
Right.
So we brought Bill on board. So the two of us work as the brokers, co-broke the entire thing. There's opportunities for other brokers because we have two things to sell and to sell right now. Number one, grocery. We really want to get that grocery in. Number two, there was a site that was set up for the Housing Authority for an office building for their use. They have decided to go ahead and put that one up for commercial use because we believe the community needs it.
And getting back to in terms of the players, you've got Bank of America, who sort of heads the project. You're the brokers, and who's the contractor on the deal?
Contractor is ZMG Construction.
Okay.
They are out of the Orlando area by home base. It's about a 1,200 person, national and now international. They just got invited to go down and do some work in Haiti. They have formed a partnership with Malphus and Son, who is a local Tampa contractor. So the two of them now have a partnership. ZMG Malphus. They're on the street as the contractors who are responsible for hiring all of the subs.
Okay. So you've got an external, sort of larger contractor, a local contractor, and then of course you and the Dirt Dog are the brokers, and the Bank of America is the organizing entity, the driving force.
Yeah, there's a partnership
Okay.
between Bank of America and the Housing Authority.
Gotcha.
Bank of America is the managing member of that, but it is a partnership.
Okay, so
Okay.
between the Housing Authority and the Bank of America. Okay, fine. And I heard you mention about multifamily, and there's been, you and I have talked about this in the past, and I think a lot of people will be surprised, but there's been a lot of discussion about, well, there's all these towers that don't have any people in them. And let's talk about that a little bit, because just to the north of us, 2 blocks, we have 2 projects, and everybody thinks they're completely empty. So let's talk about housing in the downtown core.
Okay. Well, now, those projects came out. Thank goodness that they're here. Sky Point, 100% sold out. And well occupied. Mm-hmm. So it's not just sold out to the investors and nobody's living in them. Many of those investors, if they didn't want the units themselves, have leased it.
Okay.
The Element was built as a condo project, but luckily was able to go rental before they sold any. Its occupancy level is up in the low 80s.
Low 80s.
Low 80s as
not bad for a start, but they've only been
less than a year.
Less than a year on their CO, right? So this is that's not bad at all. A lot of people are surprised to hear that because they just assume that you've got vacant buildings downtown, and it's really not true. So there's a need for this additional multifamily in the ENCORE project.
There's definitely a need. The problem in a downtown area is finding affordable housing, because it becomes very expensive, because as we all know, the land or lack thereof, makes it very pricey. By this project coming on board and the partnership, and because of the basis and how they were able to acquire this land, get grant funding, get very creative funding from a different, from the neighborhood stabilization funding, their basis is lower, and so because of that strength in the financing, they can provide affordable housing.
Gotcha.
And so that's going to make them a different player than a Sky Point or an Element is going to be. So they're going to fill the niche because there's a lot of just workers in downtown
Sure.
Tampa. Everybody is an attorney. I know you might find that difficult to believe.
It is hard to believe. Most of my office tenants or clients are attorneys, but there are other people besides attorneys
yes.
in downtown Tampa.